That's all, folks.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Car Nolan is behind the camera.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one, okay? Because it's weird. When I started doing these, I think around 4 months ago, I wasn't really sure how, well, yeah, I think 4 months, right?
Something like that.
Or was it like 7?
I don't know.
Is it 6 months ago?
It's been a long time.
It's like half a year ago, I think, honestly. I'm not even sure. For some reason in my head, I thought we started in January. I'm not sure. But, like, not the point. When I started doing these, I wasn't really sure. I knew I wanted to do them for a season, at least, just to see how it would go. And I didn't really know when it would end, in a sense.
Especially
because,
since
like...
our channel at the time was really dependent on our Star Wars content.
Yes,
so.
like, our channel really didn't have any mainstay videos that drew in a lot of attention. And... I've grown very attached to this series. I'm very insistent on doing
number
it.
64.
This is 64, yeah. This is game 64, and that's not even, just imagine how many games we'll have to do with the 82-game season. It's weird because Jets lose 3-2 in overtime to the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens win the series 4-0, and will advance to the third round to play the winner of Colorado and Vegas. Jets are out with a final playoff record of 4 wins and 4 losses and 3 overtime wins, 1 overtime loss. It's a weird one. I'm going to try to talk. I want to get this game over with first, and then I'll talk about a couple things afterwards because, actually, no. First off, thank you, by the way. Whether you're a new viewer or an old viewer, I really do appreciate the support that this has kind of been a passion of mine, like a passion project of mine for a couple years now that I've really wanted to do, and I was never able to do it, and honestly, without this amazing support that I've gotten from it, I don't think I would have been as motivated to do it, and that's... Like, I love watching games and I love reacting to games, but it makes it a lot more worthwhile when people...
When you're willing to share it.
Yeah, when people are very encouraging of it too, and value the opinions I have on certain things. I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, it's been honestly, it's been something that's been so special to do, and just seeing all the feedback, positive and negative. It's just been it's been a hell of an experience.
So let's go into some. So we're going to go into a couple things now. So Petrie's out of this game. DeMello was out of this game as well. And then Scheifeles still serving a suspension. I don't know if that suspension carries over into the regular season. I don't think it does for some reason.
I'm pretty sure it does. However, is there any way they can burn it off in preseason?
No, you can't burn off preseason because then you could just make up. You could say the Winnipeg Jets are against like fucking Al's Toy Barn, and then just burn off a game.
NHL preseason.
You know what I mean, though. But no.
They're playing the age.
Okay, so let's get into this game.
Squad game.
So we had a good first shift. Actually, our first period was arguably our best period. I know we didn't score any goals in there, but like we played decently we played decent offensively well, and we had our most amount of shots in that period. Guess how many? Fucking 7. Fucking 7. How the fuck did we get here? Good first shift. Stassi gets a chance back and forth. Copp would high stick KK in the face, even though they'd originally give it to Logan Stanley, and then they'd look at the replay on their iPad. They'd be like, "Oh shit, wrong Jet." And we'll get the right one. And then Gustafsson off the post on the power play makes it 1-0 reaction here.
Gustafsson shot scores. Power play goal. After a miss clear, and it's 1-0 Canadiens. Four guys on the ice are pointing to one, and the guy they're pointing to is Tyler Toffoli. He's standing on the blue line all by himself. The forward back in a back.
and there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Refereeing in this game, I'll be honest, I didn't like, but also, in my defense, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? Like, the series is over, okay? I'm not going to harp on this too much. I'm just going to mention a couple of things right here, right now, and we're just going to get them out of the way. We'll move on. And none of us are going to whine in the comments. I hope none of us whine in the comments about the officiating, because even though there was a lot to be desired, we lost 4 games in a row, guys. The referees, like, at the bare minimum, this series maybe would then go 5, but
they
again,
are not the deciding factor between
a team needs to show up. But yeah, I didn't like a lot of this. There was a lot of times where it felt like they put their whistles away in the third period, especially in situations where it would look like that Montreal could be called on a penalty, so that was a little frustrating as a fan of a team that was really needing some momentum to build, I guess. Also, Pierre-Luc Dubois' penalty for roughing was ridiculous, and I'm just going to get this out of the way now, don't worry. But they're saying, oh, he was pushing on the head. No, he wasn't. He was putting his hand under, I believe it was Toffoli actually, and pushing up like this, forearm on forearm. That's not a roughing penalty. Maybe that is a weak roughing penalty in regular season hockey. That is absolutely nothing in playoff hockey. But you know what? I digress. Keep it moving. Just wanted to get those out of the way. But yes, Kulak would take a penalty, an interference penalty. There's close calls for the Jets. PLD would take a penalty for roughing. And then I wrote down watch the tips by chance because Montreal was trying to tip it, especially Perry in front of the net, which we never did a really good job of clearing out in front of our net, evidenced by how all 3 goals would be scored on us. And then Arturi Lekkinen late in the first period on a tip end to make it 2-0 Canadiens reaction here.
Gallagher intercepts a pass. Kulak shooting, scores! Tipped in front, and it's 2-0 Montreal. And Arturi Lekkinen.
That'll do it. I'll be honest here, okay? I will be honest. I didn't think... I thought this was it. I thought this was it. Because in all other games, we had folded. And fucking then. So first off, I was in intermission calls with Jake from Pig City Hockey. He is the one we have to blame about this situation. For missing the first goal. Whose first goal, I might ask? The goddamn Logan Stanley. We walked into the room, and then all of a sudden... this happened! Ah! Ah! Jesus Christ. That's what you get for being on the PlayStation.
I wasn't being on the...
Yes, you are!
I was fixing it!
Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're still alive, somewhat. So, literally, I'm just going to reenact this for a second. Just so you guys realize how much of, how amazing this was to see. So I'm walking back from our computer room, which is about just over there, and Carter's changing it from the PS button because we got something. And Carter was clicking back, and then he said something to me, so he walked towards me, and I looked right past him like that scene in Lion King 1.5. Like, look beyond what you see. And I saw 2-1 on the scoreboard, and I'm like, did I already cue it, by the way?
Did you?
The Logan Stanley first goal?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, good. It was Logan Stanley. Logan Stanley walked down and just fired one. PLD was turning the puck over a lot today. I'm not even going to harp on it because, you know what, there's a time and a place for it, and right after we get eliminated, it's not time to just rip apart a team. Some people are doing that right now, and honestly, in my opinion, I feel like there needs to be a grieving period before you do that, because right now, everyone's emotional, but after a loss, everyone's either emotional in some way, shape, or form. And emotional doesn't need to mean that you're upset and sad. It can also mean that you're pissed off, and that's totally warranted, but at the same time, you don't need to be throwing things around. For example, I looked on the Jets Instagram photo, and, no. Like, this guy was like, I'm officially done. I've been a fan of this team for 20 years, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there going, this was our 10th year anniversary.
Also,
The hell you doing?
Also, that I'm pretty sure I know exactly what that is. I saw that guy comment on like 3 other teams that got eliminated, and he just changed the name of the team. I think it's the same guy.
Oh, that guy's amazing.
He did that when Edmonton lost. Did you notice that?
No, because who the fuck checks Edmonton's Instagram page?
It was-
Unless
no, it was
you're
on the-
hateful people.
I was checking it, praying like, please say that, like, you know, please hope our.
Okay,
our
so let me get
fans
this
are
going.
being
Let me
glad.
get this going. But then, right afterwards, a one-timer that Carey Price couldn't catch because Carey Price knew that no one, fucking no one, messes with the godly might of the Logan Stanley.
Yeah! Oh! Oh! Oh, it ain't over yet!
The Winnipeg Jets have learned.
We have never tied the game after they scored before!
How to score!
2 goals. 2 goals. Well, how can I even be mad about this, honestly? He got 2 goals. Fucking buddy good lad. Fucking, but yeah, no, the second period was a shit show after that. But, like, you know what, we're gonna ignore that because pretty much every game is kind of a bit of a shit show because Connor Hellebuck is a god amongst immortals. Alton would take a chance where it literally flutters over the net. PLD would be moved down to the 4th line. Yeah, you hand it. Hand it. I'm very tired. Ow. Hellebuck is a god.
Okay.
I've been hit in both heads and I do not like it. Yeah, we'll keep that in. I thought about that. I meant my hat and my head, guys. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly. I'm just going to get to the third period. Third period, chances on the penalty. So we started on the penalty kill because there was a cross-checking penalty that was weak. Sorry, I forgot that one. It was weak. It was a cross-check, but it was weak. Transitional play. Stastny gets a chance, and he doesn't see Kopp open in front of the net. Reaction here.
Oh, he got past him! Come on!
And then we force it to OT, and under 2 minutes into overtime.
Zach left. Back door!
Honestly, if it's gonna go,
If we're gonna, if
it's
you're
go to
gonna
OT,
shoot me in the head, just fucking get it over with.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what?
This don't mess around. Just old Yeller. Done.
Yeah,
Just get it over with. Get it over with.
Imagine if it went to triple overtime, then that happened.
Oh God, rip Oilers fans.
Yeah, jeez.
At least we got 4 wins behind us though. Like that's how I'm good. Like honestly, at least we got 4 wins out of it because that's more than literally half of the teams that made it to the playoffs. I can say. So yeah, I'm not as upset. It's in my heart, I knew we were probably not winning this game, but I don't think I was willing to admit it just yet. But it was okay. But that's okay because fans are supposed to hold a lot of hope.
And honestly, I think the effort we put in this game was much better than last game.
Yeah. So Canadiens fans, because, hi, I know you're here. You can come out now. It's all good. We come in peace. Most of us.
If you're a Canadiens fan, subscribe to Harry Rice.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to Harry Rice. Harry Rice is awesome. And subscribe here as well, too. It's like a 2-for-1 deal, okay? That's how it works.
Comes as a package.
Package deal. Yeah. But yeah, like... couple things I want to talk about now, actually. So we're going to do 3 stars. We're not going to do Mike Ward, because you know what? Team's eliminated. We don't need a Michael Ward. No offense, but like it's not. We don't need a Steven Smith moment here. Like we don't need to glorify a guy who
We don't
who
want
fucked
to rub
up.
it. We don't want to rub it in when he has no chance to redeem himself.
Right. Yes. Yes. But yeah. So top 3 will be. Third would be. It's a tough one. I want to say Oilers because Oilers, for all his faults tonight. And not being able to really, I don't even know if he got a point this series. He was trying so goddamn hard, and it always looked like he was just playing with such problems. Second is obviously Logan Stanley, because number 1 had to be Hellebuck, because Hellebuck was the reason this goes to overtime. Like...
And out of the 4 games in the second round, the only guy that's been consistent all 4 of those games in his effort is Hellebuck.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter how good or bad this team does, he puts his effort in.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that.
Where do the Jets go from here is a question that doesn't have a short answer, and I'll be honest here because you know what, Jets had a darn good team. They did. They really did. They had solid offensive depth, but that just depth was not able to break a wall because the thing is that. And not just Carey Price, but once the Habs took a lead, good luck. It was like
Welcome
siege.
To the
it was like
1990s
siege.
New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, you weren't
Crap
getting past
hockey.
them.
Successful, but boring.
Yes, but like I would say there's definitely add-ons you want to make on defense. Guys that I see is moving on from next year. I see us moving on from. Possibly everyone in our fourth line, either because there are better options out there for similar deals, or because just simply like Perreault has done a lot for this franchise. I want to get this over with quick, Carter. Perreault's done a lot for this franchise. However, he's just not worth much. Like unless he signs a Jason Spezza deal, we can't keep him. Frickin' Stastny probably doesn't re-sign, but that's not because he doesn't want to play here, but because he probably gets a better offer with better taxes elsewhere. I would like to move on from Derek Forbert for sure. Possibly Tucker Poolman. Tucker Poolman's a tough one because I think he actually for some reason is an RFA. So I guess you could ship him off for draft picks if you wanted to really move him around, just for low round draft picks.
Yeah, so I think that next year though, what we really got to do is we really got to bring the youth in.
Yeah, so guys like Perfetti, Sandberg, Handela, maybe Chisholm if your cracks roster. Yep. But yeah, you definitely need that, and it just gives so much reinvigoration to your roster. The status of Paul Maurice is a tough one for me because Paul is a guy who's stubborn as hell, but also can make it he can make a game plan work in certain aspects, and he can make people buy into that. And I know he's been here a long time, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's like at the same time though, what do you think you can do with this core that hasn't been done already? Like, what are the pieces you need to see that can make this offense more dynamic? And this offense needs to be there needs to be what I like to call firecrackers on this team, and there just isn't. There's one guy who can really do it, and there's then a lot of guys that need a lot of things to go right for it to be done. And, it's tough because I think us as Winnipeg Jets fans, we've been to the playoffs now for 4 straight years. We've made it past the first round twice. It's become an expectation almost that we need more from this team. But this team is having to manage a very tight budget. So, honestly, I'm going to probably leave that to a later video about talking about what some things I'd like to see the Jets do next. There are a couple things that I want to announce. We're gonna be dropping compilations based on the teams that we played against. For example, so there'll be
Compilations of our reactions
and the odd joke from these reactions. They were like really funny, because I can do that on my odd thing. So the first one would be the Vancouver Canucks. Did they finish lower than the
I believe so.
Ottawa Senators? So yes, we're gonna go in reverse order, starting with Vancouver, ending with probably the Habs.
I think playoffs will.
Yeah, so it'll go Vancouver, Ottawa, Calgary, Toronto, Edmonton, Montreal.
Yeah.
And that'll be the order we drop them in. We'll drop the first one in. We'll wait a bit because we have to do some of our other just more mundane videos that we have to do.
So we've been trying.
And No One Hockey Podcast and Prairie Puck Podcast that drops this channel on Friday. Quarter Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so honestly, guys, thank you so much once again for making this a very enjoyable season for me.
Thank you.
I didn't expect this. I really didn't. I'm hoping maybe this video can push us to 500, but I know we're a ways away, so like it's a tall order to fill. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share it around. Leave a like because it really does help. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, this series, this video series, because honestly, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much.
And we'll be back.
From No One Hockey Podcast, we will be back. My name is Zachary Nolan. Thanks for watching. My name is Carter Nolan.